learning it. My name is Quincy Clark.
Georgetown High School.
I go to Creekside Christian Academy.
How's everybody doing? We'll wait a minute to get a couple people on here. Just trying something new and something different. If y'all can comment in the comment box over there, to comment in the comment box or whatever, we can get your questions kind of going from that point. We got about 12 or 13 people in. Basically, what's going on right now, this is informational. We're going to talk about the 2026 EYA Jr League. Definitely thank you guys for being involved and being at practice Tuesday. Coach just let me know that everything was going good. Currently, I'm out here in Providence at University of Providence College, working with one of our athletes, trying to get his mental back together. He plays college basketball up here. So I'm unable to be there right now, but we got a good staff. We got a great foundation, so we'll get it together. But let's kind of get this going and get this started from this point. If you want to say that you're here, I see one person said that they're here. If you want to check that box, that's pretty good. But this is going to be a continuous thing that's going to be up. So if you know any other people that want to be involved with the organization too as well, you really love what we're doing, and you love the way that we're going with things. There's another here right there too as well. Walker, I see you. Feel free to share it. That's why we want to put it on. That's why we want to put it on YouTube. That's why we got it playing live right now on Facebook, so people can kind of be engaged with what it is that we're doing and provide more light to the opportunities that we have. So again, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is the 2026 EYA Jr League. So here we go. Y'all bear with me now. This is something new that I'm trying. So, work with me now. All right, real quick, why to choose the EYA Jr League? EYA Jr League combines player development, skill set training, in-game development, media, marketing, exposure, and community engagement, creating a complete pathway for youth athletes to grow on and off the court. Basically, in so many words, like, we're one of the few programs to where we're trying to establish a foundation for these young athletes, not just have them playing in a league. I know sometimes when you play in fall leagues or winter leagues during rec season, some of the biggest things that you do is basically one of those situations to where you feel like this is the only time that you come, and then you play rec ball because that's been the conditioned thing that everybody did. I did the same thing growing up, but what we try to do is create a unique way to where we do our skill development, because we're a skill development program. We incorporate that with skill set training too as well, meaning for your position training, and then also to the in-game development, which will be like your league games, right? But the thing is, we just don't want these kids just out there just running around. We still want them to have some type of structure. We still want to teach them too as well. And then also too, we want to have community engagement. So it will be some Sundays with our games that's going on, because we're partnered with Mount Zion Baptist Church. We have EYA days going on at the church. So we have a community involvement where we all collaborate and we fellowship together. We eat, we do different things like that. I think another twist that we're going to do this year too as well, we're going to do end of the season recognition. So basically like a banquet for all of the kids at the end of the year. That's going to be another twist that we do for community engagement. We have a nice partnership with Ray's Place, which is in Jonesboro. So they've basically graced us with their presence to be able to cater us with food. Of course, for a discounted price, and we go from there. But we're giving back to our community, so that's not a bad thing. Next slide. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the practice. It's built for development for the future. That's pretty much what we're doing. That's where we're at with it. I said workouts are mandatory. Parents, workouts are mandatory. Please, please, please try to get your child there on time as much as possible. If there's anything going on where you can't get your child there, you can either email, or that's what we have the group me for, but send a direct message to me to let me know, hey, X, Y, and Z can't be here today. We want to try to keep track of all of the kids as much as possible. And then with me running around everywhere too as well, it helps me too with structure. But that's the whole purpose of having it mandatory for all of the players, so we can work on the development. And then, we're going into the game situations, because practice isn't good unless the individual is better, right? So that's where we at with the situation with that. games for coaches. That's going to be by the EYA staff. So all player development coaches will coach your child during the junior league. So every coach that you see in the gym, there's a couple more coaches that'll be involved too as well. We will be hands-on directly with your babies, right? And with young men, young women, however you want to look at it. We will be hands-on with them. Okay, you just leaving home for the day. Got you. No, you didn't miss anything for the age groups. This is basically just giving out the basic general information. So you're good to go from that point. But yeah, like I was saying, all of the coaches for the league will be on the staff. There's all the coaches and the staff and all that stuff like that. So with my daughter calling me, she had to call me back, and then we'll go from that point. Real quick. And parents also too, if you got any questions coming up, let me kind of get through some of this information, and then we'll open the floor up for some questions and go from that point. All right, here we go. EYA Jr League parent information. This is some information for all of the parents to know too as well. Game times and game schedules that will be updated each week. Every week we will update the schedules in the group me. That's where all the information will be at. We'll let you know in advance to what's going on from that point, and then we'll go from there. Now, seeing that we're starting a little later than most leagues, so we're still getting a good draw of kids that are coming and parents that want to be involved or parents that may have missed out. So, that's why we're doing it this way with each week having the games, so that, some of those other parents that want to be involved and have their kids play back the game of basketball, we have an opportunity for them on the court. Also, too, we have our sponsors that came in to cover. Basically, they covered our uniforms and they covered some of our rental fees and stuff like that for the gym. But what we do have is we do have a $50 uniform rental fee. So that is due January 23rd, and that is due on Cash App with $ EYA Sports. I can give you more information on how to tag it with that. But again, we have a $50 rental fee for the uniforms too as well. Everything else is pretty much good from that point. We try to go a lot of things through our nonprofit to try to have opportunities as much as we can to provide a good service, quality service for a very reasonable price. Now think about this, parents. Even though it's a $50 rental fee, you still got to think about most leagues you paying. That's still $75, $50 less than anything else. And the only reason that we're having this, just in case if a jersey get ripped, anything like that, we have something to pull from, so we can make sure that we can get that kid a jersey, get an extra uniform, and go from that point. Or maybe if some of these uniforms don't fit, we have to be able to buy another uniform. You know what I mean? Like, so, that's one of the things that, we wanted to make sure that we communicated about and had that conversation up front too as well. The parent group chat. The parent group chat is only used for EYA Sports Junior League information only. Any questions, please send me a direct message. Once you send me a direct message, we'll go from that point. But that group chat is a family chat. We want it to be very positive. We want to get out a lot of information as much as we can about what we're doing with the league, the ideas of where we're going with the league, the different things that we have coming up with the league too as well. We want to kind of, just put that out there and share that information too as well. Let's go to the next slide. So some more information for parents to know for the Junior League too as well. All games, I repeat, all games will be played on Saturdays only. We want all the kids to arrive 30 minutes before the first game starts or that game starts. The first game will start, the first official week will start January 31st. We pushed it back to that because we wanted to develop the kids more. We wanted to really, build it from that point. And then also, too, we wanted to make sure that we had enough kids to run the league the right way. Also, for the parents that have registered already online, what we will do to accommodate for you guys since the sponsors came in, we're going to add in some player development sessions at the end of the league too as well. That'll be comped by the organization too as well, because we want to make sure that you get your full quality, your money's worth too as well. And we don't want nobody to feeling like somebody is getting more than what we're supposed to get, right? So we're going to do everything in our best to make sure that everybody's happy and we're on the same page with it. Team breakdown. The teams will be broke down by age groups, meaning third and fourth grade to play together, fifth and sixth grade to play together, kind of like that. Usually I would try to do 6th and 7th and 8th grade by themselves, but it just kind of depends on how the middle school look. If middle school is good enough to where we can go 6 through 8, we'll do it that way. And then if a 5th grader is good enough to play up, we'll have the 5th grader play up and play in the middle school bracket. With the younger kids, we'll break them down. We'll even the teams out as well. Also, some of our coaches that was at the gym this past weekend were already figuring out names of kids and just going from that point to process their ages and stuff, so it makes the process a little easier. So when we break them down into teams, and they'll be with their teams for the weekend. Now, it could be a case where we might switch some teams around, not because it's an issue, but because we may be limited on the number of kids, but we do want kids to learn how to play with under different coaches. That's the main thing we want to do. Like, it'd be good for them to play a couple weekends with this coach and the following weekend play with another coach, but mixing it up and still getting the same quality because everybody's in the gym working together too. The junior league player conduct: no profanity, no taunting, good sportsmanship, and play hard at all times. I mean, these are very simple qualities that I feel like you guys, have been doing a great job with your children, your young adults. That's what they benefit to be in a minute. So all of these rules and conducts will be strictly enforced to ensure a great experience for these kids. That's the number one thing. We want to make sure we provide the best experience possible, right? That's what we want to do, and that's what we will do. Parent code of conduct is just like what it says. It's very self-explanatory. It's very simple. Parents, be respectful at all times. We are all here for the kids. Number one, that's what we're here for these kids, these babies. We want them to grow in the game of basketball and in life. Let's always be mindful that we are also hosting the gym at a church. Hosting the league at a church. I'm sorry, not a gym. So the Mount Zion Baptist Church is actually where we're partnered, right? So we're at a church, so we got to keep it at a certain level. I'm not saying we can't be who we are. I'm not saying any of that stuff like that. But let's just be mindful that it's a bigger picture too, as well, than the league. This opportunity was graced to us by the church, and we've been blessed to be in this situation to partner together, to work together, to provide these community outreach avenues. And we want to make sure that continues. That's just straight up what it is. We don't want a league to end anything that we can do that can better our community for the future. So let's all work together with that, and we'll be good to go from that point. Also, too, our social media platforms, right? So YouTube, of course, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Right now, y'all probably don't have to worry about X that much, but later on, you will worry about it. But on our Instagram and our Facebook pages, based definitely on those two, and maybe we're gonna have during championship week, we have some live stream stuff set up. That's what we're looking at. But that all kind of depends on different things. But the reality of the situation is that's where we're trying to go, and we want to make sure we add as much media and marketing. We're gonna have photography and videography going on too as well. And with that going on, if you got cameras, you got your phones, take pictures of your babies, tag us on Facebook, tag us on Instagram, like share the word, because I feel like what we have going on is something that is extremely unique. It's not, it's, I don't know what rec centers do. I'm not really in tune with that much. But I know the opportunities that we're trying to involve or will involve with what we're doing with our league is going to be second to none. That's just the reality of the situation. And that's the way that we separate it. I know some of y'all don't really know about our events, but we can work on those different things, and then we go from that point. But other than that, that's pretty much straightforward. We're gonna have this whole PowerPoint sent back to you as well. Also, too, in the group me. But I'll kind of leave the next 5 to 10 minutes. If you got your chat right there, I'll leave the comments open. I'll post a comment on the page right here, and then we can give you some feedback, any questions or comments that you have right now for all the information that was given to you. And also too, when we get the questions, we'll go we'll just go down the list. The league ends in March. It ends in the first weekend of March. No, we haven't put out the times yet with the games on the 31st of March because we haven't even separated the teams yet. If how many games is basically is games every weekend. So if you look at the 31st, every Saturday, so you got 4, 5, 6, I think it's like 7 or 8 games total for the league. Yes, the league is good for kids that are brand new for basketball too as well. That's the other purpose of the player development piece that we're doing too, right? And it's our job as coaches to make sure that we put every kid in the best situation to be successful. But our levels of success may look different, so we just got to figure out what that is, and we got to map it out from that point. So again, this is the first question that was sent out. The league is on the end. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be the second. It's the second week in March. I'm sorry. On the end, it's the second weekend in March. Um, Here's the next question. We don't know the times of the games yet because we haven't split the teams up. That's what we're working on now, splitting the teams up so we can get that started from that point. Here's the next question too as well. Is the league appropriate for kids that are brand new to basketball? I agree. I think it is. I think introduction is great for them. I think it's on us to figure out ways to collaborate together from a player development end to make it work from that point. Um, how many games? We just talked about that too as well. I think it's a total of 8 games. I'm not mistaken. So if we're going into the second week of March, that gives you 4 weeks, 7. So it's about 7 weeks. It's 7 games. Oh, 7. Yeah, 7 games total. We usually don't do like championships and stuff like that. We're about development. So that's why one of the main things is doing something at the end of the year to reward the young men and young women that are playing or the end of the season. Yes, it would be co-ed. I'm a firm believer in co-ed. I mean, I got daughters that play basketball too as well, and I want them to play against boys because sometimes they need to get a little rough. Because my daughters, I don't know about y'all, baby, but my daughters, I want them tough. You know what I mean? Not too tough though. But do you have any more questions? Probably got about 2 more minutes for questions. Also, to get some feedback too. Let me know what you think about how we doing this format as far as giving out information. I'm thinking about doing some things like this too as well for recaps uh for the league and stuff like that on here. No, we don't do playoffs and championships. I think as big as is I think it's development. But we do have awards that we will do at the end of the year for players that have developed and went to that point. So it still will be a closing ceremony with that for all of the players. I think that's more important than the championships and all that stuff right now at this age. Is them understanding that they're getting better. Um, will I separate siblings? I mean that's up to you with separating the siblings part. Um, if you want us to separate them, we can. It all depends on how you feel about it. I personally think it'd be good to separate them because they have their own identity. But just that's kind of a case by case basis, depending on the parents and stuff like that, and we'll go from that point. Also, too, this is another question that was asked. I just spoke about it. Will it be playoffs and championships? Personally, what we feel is at this age, I mean, winning championships and trophies and all that stuff, like it ain't that ain't that ain't that ain't the main priority. The main priority is the development, it's them growing, it's them becoming better, it's them seeing the growth, and then from all of those steps, it will lead to them being to that next level champion or whatever from that point. And nothing against that, nothing against nobody else that do leagues that have championships. It's just that for us, we want everybody to get better. Okay, here's another question. Yes, after the league ends, we do have other opportunities for development and summer leagues. We have that already set up too as well. So we'll make sure that we give you that information. That was the purpose of making the group me too as well, so we can give you guys that information. Um, yes, there will be more development opportunities. Great questions. Yeah, we all for the development. I mean, again, just to let y'all know, development works. I mean, I'm up here now working with a college player that needs the same development as your babies do. I know it's a long ways away, but the development actually works. The next season start the next season. No, I don't even know what the next season dates will be right now. I'm pretty sure to be around the same time next year. Um, we do have breaks in between the next season. Oh, I get your question now. Yeah, we do have breaks in between the next season. But also too with the summer league, we're trying to get it. We're trying to map it out because we have travel basketball too. We have travel AAU that comes up too. That starts a little later on after the league. So we're trying to navigate how we go with that too as well because we got several teams that we have for AAU, and also we have an AAU trial that'll be January 31st too as well. So we got to figure some things out too as well with that. No, it's not too late to register. Just go on the EYA Sports website. Um, you know, not website. I'm sorry. Just go on EYA Sports either on Facebook or Instagram. Just send a message. We can get the information over to you. I think the information is also posted in a lot of different places too as well. But if you want that information, you can also send. I think it'd probably be best for you to send an email to info.eyasports@gmail.com. That's info.eyasports@gmail.com. And we can send some information to you to register. Hold on, let me see. I might be able to let me see if I'm able to. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I just wait. The youngest we have AAU. That's a question for AAU, and we're about to get off in about another minute too as well. What age group we have for AAU? We start at third grade. But if we don't have enough kids for it, we won't do it. If we don't have enough kids that we feel like that are competitive enough, we won't do it as well too, because we don't want to waste nobody's time and effort, and we don't want to waste nobody's money. Like, if we play AAU, you got to be for real with it. But that's the youngest where we start. But I just say all that. I say all of that, but we really end up being pretty good though anyway. But it's just me as a director, just always thinking about everything. But yes, you get some feedback. Real quick, get some feedback. What you think about this format? Is this something different? How do you guys feel about using these platforms for to kind of move forward on that point? The time frame for the games. Right now we're looking at probably starting our earliest game, maybe 11 o'clock. I know this weekend, come the 31st weekend, that's what we're working on now because we have AAU trials, and then we also have the league going on too at the same time. So we're kind of meshing all of that, in the time slots. So next week, the 31st weekend, is start later than usual. I'm thinking the first game will probably start around 3. But that's what I'm thinking. It may be a little earlier. But usually our games will start around 11 o'clock. And, we'll run about, because, we only have, enough kids to probably run about 5 games. So we'll probably run about 5 games and then we'll be done from that point. Last year we ran 8 games. That was the max that we wanted to do was 8. We're close to that max now. And it's not about quantity for us. It's about quality. You know what I mean? We're about giving everybody the opportunities. Thank you for that great information. Appreciate that so much. We're just trying to do something different, trying to communicate as much as possible, and get that done. Also, two parents, remember that your uniform fees is due. Let me make sure I got the date right. Your not uniform fee, but your uniform rental fee is due on the 23rd. Make sure everybody get that together. And it's just $50 just so we can have it, just in case if uniform go for that point, we good to go. You got to worry about nothing else after that, and we good. Oh yeah, definitely looking forward for a great season. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope y'all was able to watch y'all phone, watch it on y'all. I hope the people with Verizon was able to watch it now. Oh, thank you. It's a great platform. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This is great. Yeah, we want all the feedback as much as possible, because again, if y'all know other people that are looking for leagues for their children, the people that are in the group me, this is also too where you can send them the link and be like, hey, this is what our league is doing. This is how we're communicating. This is what's going on from here. You know what I mean? Like, just give out the information as much as possible. Let's see. You got a question here? It's a couple parents in there. We'll probably get some parents to get some feedback that's already in the group me. We'll get some comments and stuff like that going so you get some ideas of it. But when you see what's going on and how it goes, um, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I think you'll like it. But the biggest thing is about these young men and women getting better. Thank you. Tuesday session was amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're trying to give everything that we got. And all the coaches, they're actually a part of the program, they're family. So we want to just let you know we say EYA Sports Family because it's a family-oriented program. This is a family-oriented business. This business started from my grandmother giving me $100 and believing in my vision and believing in my goal for me to be in this version of myself in basketball. I grew up playing basketball all my life. That was one of my ways of dealing with things in my life and all of that. And so, my mom and dad will be at the games. They'll be in there. My daddy might be on the grill, or my daddy might be in the front. You know what I mean? Like, my mama might be there. Like my whole family, be my cousins, everybody will be there. You know what I mean? So this is a real family oriented situation that's going on. But on top of that, we have amazing resources and tremendous resources to help your young athletes get to the highest level of basketball, or just to be a better person in life, because we that's what we strive for. And I'm from that Southside community. All of my cousins, everybody graduated from our high school. You know what I mean? So we want to give back as much as we can to where we came from. We got two more. We got 2 more minutes. I was trying to keep it to, under 30 minutes. We're at 28 minutes right now. I kind of went on rambling a little bit, but sometimes I get like that. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really looking forward to it. Hope everybody's excited. Hope your kids love it. I hope you guys want to be a part of the program. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a blessing for a lot of people. I think us going to church together will be amazing. Yeah, go Mustangs. I'm gonna put that on up there real quick one more time for your big dog. But yeah, I think this is amazing. Um, and I think this is another one. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Talking about the platform, I really appreciate it. Tell as many people as much as possible about what it is that we're doing. Um, yeah, I'm excited about what it is that we're building. I'm excited about the different things that we have going on in the community. Anybody else that wants to be involved with the program, we'll put out some information too as well for people that want to be involved with the program. We're never too good for help. Never too good for help. The door is open for all of that. I would encourage that as much as possible. Usually in most leagues, you would have a team mom, but we really don't have one. So mamas, if y'all want to get some for all the babies while y'all in the gym, just talk to each other, and then we can figure out something for the babies. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, we got a volunteer. Okay, that's cool. Make sure you send me your information once we get off from this point. Okay, cool. Your son wants to volunteer. Perfect. That's cool. Let's set all the volunteers up. Let's whatever we need to do. That's perfect. Let's set it up. Let's make this experience good for these young men and women. Let's do that together. This doesn't happen without you guys. I'm just a vessel that God has put in this place to do this. And other than that, that's pretty much what it is. And I'm just following this calling. About how many kids? I'm sorry, I don't understand. I don't understand the question that you're asking about how many kids. I'll wait a second and wait for you to text back. Usually, maybe you may be talking about on the team. We're trying to have between 5 to 7 kids on the team. We're not trying to have a lot of kids on the team. We want everybody to get that experience to play up and down and run on that court. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to play, for championships and stuff like that, is because sometimes with these coaches, we got enough kids. We're good right now. We got enough kids registered, but if you know more, let's do it. But we got enough kids to where we can have multiple different teams, so we set from that point. But like I was saying, this is one of the things to why I didn't want to have championships, is because sometimes some kids are not at the same level, but sometimes some coaches kind of changes around, and they get caught up in trying to win and not just development. Snacks, I say snacks between 60 kids right now. I say 60 kids total. That's what I say snacks for right now. But that can all be something that can be broken down to everybody else. And I'm gonna help out with them snacks too. I'm gonna help them babies too. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't alone. I'm gonna do my part too. Everybody on that staff will do their part. But yeah, this concludes it. If you got any questions, you got all the social media platforms too as well. It's EYA Sports on every platform. Send a message on there. If you are not in the group me, send the email to either eyasportsbasketball@gmail.com or send the email to info.eyasports@gmail.com. We'll get you all the information. We'll go from that point, get it set up. I'm actually in the process I will give out my phone number right now, but Verizon is a little down. So the phone that I use is Verizon. So once that gets back up, I give out my cell phone number too as well, so we can have that direct contact. Now, keep in mind, you got to work with me now. I'm doing AAU. I'm doing the league, which I got people helping with. We host AAU events. I also travel with the college players too as well, back and forth in town with that. Luckily, I don't have the pros. I don't get them really until the summertime too. And I still got a son that's in high school that play basketball. So work with me. I ain't saying I'm not gonna be there for you. I'm gonna be there as 100, 110. But if I don't get your text back in like the same couple minutes, don't think I'm trying to be funny acting. I might just be doing something right then at the point at that moment. But I promise I will make sure I communicate the best that I can, because that's something that I'm working on too as well in business, to making sure that I just communicate better. So we good to go from that point. But if y'all like the YouTube, go on that YouTube channel. We got some different live streams on there. And other than that, man, y'all have a good night.